Have you ever pondered on how the nation of Israel, a land of such historical and religious significance, came to be? Our journey begins in the mists of ancient history, in a time long before the birth of modern nations. The earliest known records of Israel date back to a period known as the Bronze Age. This was a time when the land was inhabited by a people known as the Canaanites. Their culture was rich and vibrant, leaving behind a legacy that would play a crucial role in shaping the future of this region. As the Bronze Age gave way to the Iron Age, a new identity began to emerge. This was the birth of the Israelites, a people who would come to leave their indelible mark on the world stage. Under the rule of King David and his son Solomon, the Israelites established a united kingdom, a beacon of power and prosperity in the heart of the ancient Near East. Yet, as is often the case in history, periods of unity and prosperity were followed by times of division and strife. The United Kingdom of Israel split into two, the Northern Kingdom of Israel and the Southern Kingdom of Judah. These two kingdoms, though sharing a common heritage, would tread divergent paths, facing their own unique challenges. The Kingdom of Israel, with its capital at Samaria, was the first to fall, succumbing to the might of the Assyrian Empire in the 8th century BCE. The Kingdom of Judah, with Jerusalem as its heart, managed to hold out for a little longer, but eventually fell to the Babylonians in the 6th century BCE. These were dark times for the people of Israel, times of exile and subjugation. Yet even in the face of such adversity, the Israelites held fast to their identity, preserving their culture and traditions against all odds. The ancient Israelites, against all odds, managed to establish a kingdom that would leave an indelible mark on world history. The story of Israel is far from over, and as we journey onward, we'll discover how this ancient kingdom would rise again, in new forms, shaping the course of history as we know it. But what happens when a nation is ripped away from its homeland? Picture a thriving civilization, suddenly uprooted and displaced. That was the fate of the Jewish people when the Babylonian Empire in the 6th century BCE conquered Jerusalem, destroyed the First Temple, and forced the people into exile. The Babylonian exile was a dark period, but it was not the end. With the rise of the Persian Empire, a new chapter began. The Persians, under the rule of Cyrus the Great, toppled the Babylonians and issued a decree allowing the Jewish people to return to their homeland. This return marked a period of rejuvenation, during which the Second Temple was constructed, symbolizing a renewal of faith and identity. Yet the period that followed brought with it a new set of challenges. The Hellenistic period, initiated by the conquests of Alexander the Great, introduced Greek culture into the region. This cultural influx led to a fusion of traditions, sparking debates and conflicts within Jewish society. Some embraced the new influences, while others held steadfastly to their traditions, resisting the encroachment of Hellenistic customs. The Roman period that followed was marked by a complex relationship between the Jewish people and their Roman rulers, with periods of relative peace interrupted by conflict and rebellion. Ultimately, this culminated in the destruction of the Second Temple by the Romans in 70 CE, a devastating event that led to a widespread diaspora. Once again, the Jewish people found themselves scattered across different lands, their homeland left in ruins. Yet, it was during these times of displacement and hardship that the Jewish people displayed remarkable resilience. They held on to their identity, their beliefs, their traditions. Their faith acted as the glue that bound them together, preserving their collective identity through centuries of exile and dispersion. In the face of adversity, the Jewish people held on to their identity, their faith acting as the glue that bound them together. So, how did a scattered people reclaim their ancestral land after millennia? This question takes us to the late 19th century, a time when the seeds of modern Israel were just beginning to sprout. The answer lies in a movement called Zionism, a political ideology that emerged among Jews in Europe. Zionism was born out of a longing for a homeland where Jews could live free from persecution, and its proponents looked to their ancient roots in the land of Israel. As the 20th century dawned, the Zionist dream gained momentum. A pivotal moment came in 1917 with the Balfour Declaration. In this document, Britain, which held sway over Palestine after World War I, expressed support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. But the path to statehood was far from smooth. The British Mandate of Palestine, which began in 1920, was marked by tension between the Jewish and Arab populations. Jewish immigration increased significantly, spurred by persecution in Europe, particularly the horrors of the Holocaust. Yet, the dream of a Jewish state remained elusive. It wasn't until after World War II that the tide began to turn. The atrocities of the Holocaust had shocked the world, and sympathy for the Jewish plight was at an all-time high. In 1947, the United Nations proposed a partition plan, dividing Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states. Despite opposition from the Arab world, the plan was adopted. On May 14, 1948, the day the British mandate officially ended, the dream was realized. David Ben-Gurion, the head of the Jewish Agency, declared the establishment of the State of Israel. This moment marked a turning point in history. A people dispersed for thousands of years had returned to their ancestral homeland. They had faced adversity, navigated political complexities, and ultimately, triumphed. The re-establishment of Israel in 1948 was a testament to the enduring spirit of the Jewish people. But has the journey of the State of Israel been a smooth one? Far from it, sadly. The path has been fraught with tensions, punctuated by periods of strife and conflict. Israel's history is one marked by a multitude of wars and skirmishes, each one a testament to the nation's resilience and tenacity. The War of Independence, fought in the shadow of the Holocaust, was a struggle for survival against a coalition of Arab states. Israel, newly formed and vastly outnumbered, managed to hold its ground and establish its sovereignty, marking a significant milestone in its history. Fast forward to 1967, and we find ourselves in the midst of the Six-Day War. In an astonishing show of strategic mastery, Israel preemptively struck against Egypt, Jordan, and Syria, winning a decisive victory that reshaped the Middle East. The country expanded its borders, capturing the West Bank, Gaza Strip, Sinai Peninsula, and Golan Heights. However, the victory was not without its consequences. On the holiest day of the Jewish calendar, Yom Kippur in 1973, Egypt and Syria launched a surprise attack. The Yom Kippur War, as it came to be known, was a brutal conflict that ended in a military stalemate. But politically, it was a turning point, leading to a shift in regional dynamics and the eventual peace treaty with Egypt. The battle lines extended beyond conventional warfare as well. The First and Second Intifadas, Palestinian uprisings against Israeli occupation, brought a new kind of conflict to the streets of Israel and the occupied territories. These periods of intense civil unrest further complicated the already fraught relationship between Israelis and Palestinians. Through these conflicts, Israel has faced challenges to its sovereignty and existence, but has remained resilient. Each war, each conflict, has left its mark on the nation. But through it all, Israel has demonstrated a remarkable capacity to adapt and persevere, shaping its destiny amidst the tumultuous currents of history. So, where does Israel stand today after such a tumultuous journey? From the ashes of its ancient past and the crucible of relentless conflict, Israel has emerged as a developed nation. It's a story of transformation, a metamorphosis from a fledgling state to a world leader in various fields. Israel today is recognized globally for its technological advancements. It's a powerhouse of innovation, a land where startups sprout like the cacti in the Negev desert. From cybersecurity to medical research, from agriculture to space exploration, Israeli innovation is making waves, pushing boundaries and reshaping our world. The country's political landscape, however, remains a challenge. The Israeli government, a vibrant and often volatile democracy, is marked by a kaleidoscope of political parties, each representing diverse segments of society. The political narrative is a fascinating blend of ideologies, a testament to the country's diversity, but it also underlines the complexity of governing such a diverse populace. This diversity extends beyond politics. Israel is a tapestry of cultures, a melting pot where East meets West, where tradition meets innovation. From the bustling markets of Jerusalem to the vibrant nightlife of Tel Aviv, from the sacred Western Wall to the sun-kissed beaches of Eilat, Israel is a country of contrasts, a fusion of the ancient and the modern. Yet, the ongoing conflict with Palestine casts a long shadow over Israel's achievements. A resolution remains elusive, and the struggle for peace continues to be a defining aspect of Israel's narrative. Despite these challenges, Israel's economy remains robust, its spirit unbroken. The country thrives, driven by an indomitable will to survive, to progress, to flourish. Israel's journey is far from over. The road ahead is fraught with challenges, but if history is any indication, Israel will continue to rise, to adapt, to overcome. Despite its complex history and ongoing challenges, Israel stands as a testament to the resilience and perseverance of its people.